Here I am, Friday night, back in London, Paddington Station, picking up from the video the other day, all these changes behind me, and I'm going to London for Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, 3 nights. Not going to London, I'm going to Soho, see all my friends, watch the England game in a bit. It's 4:45 at the moment, plenty of time before the England friendly game comes on TV somewhere. So I'm going to walk from Paddington Station. I'll walk out onto Bayswater Road, I believe it is, and get the bus, because the bus is easier to stops right outside my mate's flat, so I can get the flat, and it's dead easy. So yeah, there we are. Going out from Paddington Station over Praed Street. Oh, there's a great story about Praed Street. In 1986, I bought a flat in Queen's Gardens, Bayswater, just around the corner from here. But I did look at one of these buildings on Praed Street here, and it was a freehold. It was I think it was a hairdresser's below, and the whole building, the whole block of it, it was a freehold building for sale. And 2 things. There was an old boy right down the bottom end of Praed Street told me, oh, you should buy it, because one day there's a big water area in Paddington and it's going to get developed, it's going to be worth a fortune. And it kind of made sense to me what he was saying. So I went and viewed this freehold building. It was 275,000 freehold. Yeah, I'll repeat that in a minute. When I was viewing it, I got put off because it's directly under the underground. So we were going up all the different flights, 3-4 levels I think, with the dormers up in the roof, and you could hear the underground, and the building almost rattled. And I'd never lived in London at that point, and I was thinking, oh bloody hell, it's not going to be good for the building. Obviously not fully taking into account how many 100 years it had already been built there. So I didn't buy it, more on that basis of the underground being directly under it and the building literally shaking. That building now, I would guess, is over 2 million. I'm only guessing. I'll have a little Google, see if I can find what the last one sold for, freehold, the whole building. So I don't think Praed Street's quite as tall as that, but that's one of those blocks. So yeah, I'll put the price in, latest price of what one sold for. I didn't buy it, but I did buy a flat in Queen's Gardens, Bayswater, which is kind of the way I'm walking now, and I paid 186, I believe, 180 something for a 2-bed, 2-bath flat. And I remember the guy saying to me, you're paying the top price for this because it's just being refurbished. Love these little mews places, look. All private mews in there. Actually did look at a mews property as well, somewhere close to Paddington. 220,000 2-bed mews. But I thought the overall house freehold was too small inside. It would have been perfect for me nowadays. So the flat I paid at the 180, it was 186 or 188,000, and it was a basement flat, so you went down the stairs to get at its own front door. So yeah, it was a basement flat. Brought it, and I remember my dad saying, oh, it's in the basement, it's going to be damp, it's leasehold, you'll never own it, wasting your money, it's far too expensive. So it's probably 186,000 then. I seem to remember I had a bungalow, detached bungalow, in a village in South Oxfordshire, and I think I sold that for maybe 100,000 or something. So it was still a lot of money. You went down steps like that. This isn't the actual one, but you went down steps to its own front door. Anyway, I ended up selling the flat about a year and a half later, not very long, for about 250,000. Nice looking hotel. Yeah, sold the flat for 250 odd thousand. Made quite a lot of money in that space of time. And the last part of that story is then I went to East London and bought a freehold detached pub, which I'll tell you about another day, because that deserves a video on its own. And while I'm back in the UK, I think I'll revisit that in Stepney Green. So that was my story of buying property in Paddington, Bayswater, Sussex Place this is. So I'm walking now to Bayswater Road, pick up the bus, which would drop me right outside my mate's flat in Shepherd's Bush. It's kind of easier because with the underground you have to change, and the case is reasonably heavy and you've got steps. And it just can't be arsed. I'd rather do this little walk. Air ambulance. There's always a lot of noise in London, isn't there? Yeah, I'd rather do the little walk and get on the bus. Be dropped off literally directly opposite the flat. It's brilliant. So visually that pub is absolutely stunning. I've been in there a few times. Some England lads having a few beers before they either go to Wembley, probably because they've got their kits on. So they probably will go to Wembley. Plenty of time to get to Wembley yet. We're going to go up Stanhope Terrace. It's lovely all around here. But a studio flat will cost you £2,000 a month to rent, I'm guessing. Studio flat. And if you wanted to buy a studio flat, it'd probably cost you £1 million here. So they're back in the 80s. The other thing I always think, wow, why didn't I rent it out? Why did I sell it to move? A little dinky little car. One of the reasons for that was in the mid 80s, and I'm sure someone will go, oh yes there was. There wasn't really any buy to let schemes. Not many people did buy to let. So somebody did because I rented it off of somebody, but it wasn't such an easy thought process. You thought, well, if you're going to move and live somewhere else, you've got to sell where you were living before. I only ever owned one retail property at a time ever in my life, which definitely, in hindsight, was a mistake. But there you are, what can you do? I'm going to turn left here, and that's Bayswater Road. There we go, look, turn left. Hyde Park Gardens, W2. That's Hyde Park in front of me. One of the car driveways into Hyde Park. This is a gated community here. I mean, I don't know, millions. It could well still be houses, not even flats there. We've got press key buttons. But yeah, it's a lovely area. If I could come back to Bayswater, I would, but Bayswater was as expensive as anywhere else in central London. If not more expensive. Bayswater Road. It's probably taken me less than 10 minutes. Bus to Oxford there, look. That picks up on Park Lane up by Marble Arch. And we'll take you to the park and ride in Oxford. My old stomping ground. Same countdowns as in Thailand. This is a bus stop up here. There's a bus coming, I wonder if it's the right one. 94, yes it is, come on. Let's have a step on, see if I can get on it.
Holland Park Station. Shepherd's Bush Station.
Bush. And what's here, above the shopping centre here, up there, at W12, is a Witherspoon. How do you pronounce it? I don't know, I don't really care. I have been in there a couple of times, but I suppose some people might call me a bit of a snob, but I prefer to pay a couple of quid extra for the beer perhaps to get, I shouldn't say really, should I, but different clientele. No, I'm not really interested in the cheapest of everything. Never have been, but now that's why I've run out of money for my pension and I've got to start pulling my purse strings in a little bit. So here we are at the crossing, there's the bus stop where I got off. And across there, directly across there, is my mate's flat. He won't thank me if I point it out directly, so I won't, but it's literally on this main road across these traffic lights. This is the big Shepherd's Bush roundabout. Westfield's over the back there. Should be going in there, quite like that in there. Yep, I'm in. See you all in Soho soon. Back here, look. Back here, Barry's playing 25th to the 9th of June. It's about 13, 14 nights he's playing here. Good luck to him. There's another little offbeat tale. I had the most comfortable pair of Trickers shoes, brown and white Trickers shoes. Look at him. And I had them resoled and healed 3 times. They were like slippers. But when they were new, they were quite tough to break in. Now, before I went off to Thailand, I brought a blue and white pair. And how are you, mate?
I'm all the best to see you.
Good, thank you.
I like your shirt.
Cheers. Always noise in London. Yeah, so I brought a blue and white pair, and I've worn them out a few times, and they still need breaking in. So I put them on today to bring them to London because my trainers are falling apart. And they were all right when I first set off on the underground and went to Shepherd's Bush on the bus. I've worn them all that time fine, and then I went to home to come out, getting off the bus at Oxford Street. Man, the right one is
I'm not going to buy them, so I have to stop.
right one is absolutely ripping a hole in the back of my heel. Agony. So I tried to do it up really tight and it made it worse. So I've slackened it off fully, which kind of makes it better, and I've tried to break the heel down a bit. So I got a bit more walk, got another good 5 minutes walk yet. And I feel definitely it's cut the skin away at the back of my bloody heel. So there we are. I'm going to have to go and buy a pair of trainers somewhere. The Great Frog. This place is where I got this ring from. Lemmy from Motorhead was quite famous for buying rings and jewellery from him just off Carnaby Street. So here we are at Ali's. Look, here's his lamb chops. I got 4 because I'm special. And Chef. Chef! These are my friends in Soho. Here we are. Cheers, Ali.
Sound of the soul is back. The Norman Soul boy, David Bowie, he's back. We've missed him.
Who's not down in there? You haven't
Oh,
down your shop.
I don't
I'm not downing my shot, I'm savouring it.
I'm so buzzing that you're back.
Sip a shot then.
Thank you, Trevor, for coming back. We
Frank
love you,
is sipping,
Trevor.
Bob's sipping. Ollie, you haven't done yours.
No, I can't.
Come on,
It's too much in one go.
come on.
Welcome back, Trevor.
It's up to you, Soho, Soho. Yeah, we've had a few drinks.
He's coming to town.
In fact, we'll do a little video. Look, this is Soho, taking shots. Oi! Oh, look, it's a bit bright light. Yeah, we're not getting in it yet.
From where?
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
2:30, 3:15 in the morning outside Mark Powell's.
No, there's nothing wrong.
Soho. If you want your suits, come to Mark Powell's. Yeah. 10 to 3 in the morning. Look at this big thing here. Walking out of Soho, we're going to get the bus back to the bush. Had a great night. So much went on that couldn't be recorded. Little lock-in in a pub. It's, when you know, you know. Oh. So it's the morning after the night before. Another night in Soho. We ended up having a lock-in a pub next door to where Stormzy was opening his house private members club. It's all over the internet and TikTok and all where all the youngsters go. So it was a busy area. And this morning I thought, this afternoon, isn't it, 2 o'clock, to finish a video, I'll go to Greg's. But it's still closed from like before, so I've got to walk round to the train station and get a sausage roll and a cup of tea for breakfast brunch, because this one here is definitely fully closed forever. So here we are. Cheers. Sausage rolls in my pocket, so I go back to the flat and eat it. So yeah, as much as get this sausage roll out, look. Ooh. Gone is my half healthy diet since I've been back in the UK. And it was only half healthy then. As much as I love Soho, and I look at rents, you got to go a couple of miles out of Soho and you can get a studio for about £1,700 a month. But a couple of 3 miles out of Soho and it's just so different. It's obviously not Soho. So it feels like home. All my friends are there, random friends. Most of those people that turned up last night, well, I invited 4 people, 2 turned up, but then 1, 2, 3 others turned up that I hadn't even invited, they're all good friends. And that's what happens in Soho. 5 turned up actually, that weren't invited. So, it's just great. But can I live that forever now? Probably not. It was a long alcohol-induced night, finished at about 1:30 in the morning, I think. So I'm back in the bush, Shepherd's Bush, having my Greg's. Contemplating where I'm going to go next. I'm here for the weekend. Sunday there's a food festival on in Soho, which I'm going to go to. And then Monday I'm back to Didcot with my daughter. We're going to see my grandson's new school because he goes to big school in September. First visit for him to check out the school, or for the parents to check out the school. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to book a flight to either Spain or Italy. I want to go to Italy because in 1980, in a pub called the English Inn in Sorrento, I worked in there. And there were two brothers, I believe, that run it, and one is definitely still there. I found him on YouTube. Like me now, he has no hair. We were young, handsome men back in them days, 1980. But so I want to go back and say hello to him and revisit that place. And the other thing I want to do is explore a couple of other areas in Spain, in the Andalusia, Murcia area. So yeah, I'm travelling again soon, even though I hate travelling. Thanks for watching.